Yo, what is good, Temple fans? Moving right along, we have Aaliyah Nye and Izzy Harrison. Unfortunate news for Izzy. She has an injury we didn't know at the time, but we will hear from her and the status of it and what she's learned, what she's been surprised by from both of them. And let's listen in.
I learned a lot, but I would say the biggest thing is when things aren't going your way, just continuing to stay positive, continuing to just put in the work, keep your head down, and yeah, that's the biggest thing I learned because I feel like our season last year didn't start the way we wanted it, but no one complained, no one pointed fingers at anyone, but we just kept doing what we were doing, and they had that same mentality, and it starts from your leader, so I would say that.
I have been surprised about being approached on the street because that's kind of taken me off guard a little bit. But everyone is so excited. I get flooded with DMs almost every day about people wanting to be here at the home opener and just supporting us all season. And I'm so happy to be a part of this history that we're building here in Toronto. So, I feel the excitement every single day being here.
Mm-hmm. Exciting thing is obviously, we're the first WNBA team here in Canada. So we get to set in stone kind of what we want the identity of this team to be. So that's pretty cool. And I think just it's amazing that we're the first team here and we have a whole country cheering for us.
Yeah, I'm just taking it day by day. No timeline on when to come back. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah, my rookie year in Phoenix, Sandy drafted me, and she actually used to practice with us. So she was very much still a player at that time. And of course, our roster was Diana Taurasi, Penny Taylor, Candace Dupree, Brittany Grinder, Duana Bonner. It's the list goes on and on. So honestly, it was really just putting the talent out there. And I think when she got moved to being in New York for the first year, she really got to craft a roster that was hers. And I definitely saw a lot of her coaching abilities come out way more. And her strategic planning, I think has been the biggest growth that she's had. So I think seeing that from now to then, I'm very accustomed to her system and what she likes and just her tendencies. And again, she's a big players coach, so it's kind of a really good combination of the two. And it's been cool that we can, run it back here in Toronto together. Doing this going on 10 years now. And I haven't been a part of any first. And again, just to recognize the appetite that's been here in the city and in this country, I want to be a part of that and really just write my name into something that's going to be really cool.
I mean, I got to play with her. Well, we all did, at AU, and I kind of learned her personality there, but I would say she's very funny. She gets us talking about different things, like you said, like Rihanna or Beyonce. Yeah. Slim puts riddles on the board. She'll ask us, what does she ask us? What is that called?
It's would you rather? Would you rather?
Yeah, would you rather? She asks us those type of questions. So she gets the fun in the locker room.
Along with that, I've been with Kia for the past 2 years now at Athletes Unlimited, and exactly what Aaliyah was saying, she just gets the conversation going, and I mean, what better player to have here that's here in Canada, right? And I think any recommendations we've had, we just turn to Kia. Yeah. We ask her, send us here. Who do you know that does this? And I think she's really excited, obviously, to be here and play in front of her family. And yeah, it's just been a comfort area for us and all the girls on the team.
Being coachable?
Coachability, yeah. High levels of it.
I would say that's kind of what it takes just to be here, is being coachable, and adjusting to what the coaches want you to do. I feel like I've kind of always had that. in college and just since I started playing, because I think that's very important to have, is just being coachable and doing what the coaches ask you to do.
Yeah, it's a part of being a good teammate and a leader and just a player. Like Aaliyah was saying, it starts in college, and not all players kind of understand that. But I think to get to my tenure in this WNBA, like you have to be coachable, and there's so many pivots and experiences that happen during the season. So being able to just adjust to that and hear out the coaches, what they plan to do. That's all about having like a winning culture as well. So it's very important for players to have. We're the first franchise to have a coach and a GM that's been previous players. So like shout out to Toronto. To be able to build that is special, especially with those two women that we have right now. So like, yeah, I think we were able to just adjust, and because it is a new situation, they hear us out and they're just ready to build on top of what we've already done. In a system like that, and it definitely makes you use your brain. A lot of coaches just throw you plays, and obviously we'll still have that, but being able to play free-flowing basketball, that's where I feel like a lot of players can thrive, and you're not fit into a box, I really appreciate that, and, not keeping the ball in one place for too long, and not letting the offense get stagnant. And I think, again, Sandy being a previous player, she understands the importance of that. So, honestly, I feel like I see it a lot in the NBA, and that style of play and pace. I don't really see it too much in the W, which is why I feel like I loved it last year. So I'm glad she brought it back.
The greats in the league, and just being tenacious and, like, getting our hands on the ball. We've been saying Cobra to just emphasize our defensive strategy, and I think you just don't want like those great players to get comfortable. You want to disrupt what they're doing. So what we do defensively, I think, helps a lot in this league.
A coach that can just take a step back and understand like what the player is saying. When you transition to being a player to a coach, obviously like a lot of roles change and a lot of expectations change, but you've been there before. So I want to be able to express to you how I'm feeling, whether it's offensively or defensively, and you hear me out instead of just, you can't be rigid. And that's not Sandy. I feel like Sandy is the most like free flowing. She hears you and she's very direct, but like she understands what it feels like to be in your shoes. So a coach that can just kind of relate to you on that level, that's the type of coach that I want.